Directions for Unit 6. If you are listening to this video, it's because you need directions for Unit 6. You are in the May 26th through the 28th Assessment Plan folder, and you are going to click on the Unit 6 Assessment Plan. When you click on that, you're going to see that your assessment has been split into 1, 2, 3 parts. I would like you to click on Shapes Classification Assessment first. When you click on that, it will show you your rubric. There are 2 questions that you need to complete on this page. Make sure you download the PDF, upload it into Notability, and go ahead and answer those questions. Now let me help you. Before you take this portion of the test, make sure you remember what we did to study for this portion of the test. Now you're going to see in problem number 1, they're going to give you statements about shapes. And all these shapes have to do with the hierarchy lesson that we did May 11th through the 15th. So before you do this, maybe you need to review the folder, the May 11th through 15th folder. What you will do is answer true or false for each of the statements that are in problem number 1. If one of those statements is false, then you need to make sure that you explain why that is false in the explanation on the right-hand side. Make sure that you use the properties of the shape to explain each answer. So even if it is true, you are still going to use the properties of that shape to explain the answer. Please make sure to identify as many properties as possible in your explanation on the right. So one more time, let's do the example. The statement is, a rectangle is a trapezoid. Is a rectangle a trapezoid? False. A rectangle is not a trapezoid. Then you need to explain how you know this. Well, you know this because a trapezoid has exactly 1 pair of parallel sides. A rectangle has 2 pairs of parallel sides, so it can't be a trapezoid. You can also state the properties of a rectangle. So you might also say something like, well, I also know a rectangle has 4 congruent angles of 90 degrees. This would also explain how it is not a trapezoid. Do the exact same thing for problems A, B, C, and D. Your last question is an explanation question, problem number 2. You need to answer the question, why do people say that a square is a special kind of rhombus? Use properties of shapes in your answer. As a reminder, if you are confused on this portion of the test, what you can do is let's go back into our extended flexible learning. And what I want to do is go back into this Unit 6 folder. And I'm going to go back to May 11th through the 15th. When I go back into 11th through the 15th, I notice that this is where we learned about the hierarchies, and this is where I remember, oh yes, this is how to identify quadrilaterals and classification. So you may want to review this folder before you take the test.